Hey everybody, Nick here with YachtMoney. I just wanted to, I got some inspiration from a Facebook group and wanted to talk a little bit about um, how to find a guru or how to find a trading service and what to look for and kind of what we ideally want from when we look for any type of trading service or advisor or anything like that. So, in my experience, anyone that I followed blindly who would just dish out plays and not actually teach me the theory behind their practice, I usually ended up destroying my account and ultimately lost more money than they ever made me, and it actually got in the way of some of my own personal trading habits that were working for me. And with that being said, I think like for me, I like to use like the douchebag trading guru guys as kind of a confirmation of what I'm already planning on trading versus looking to them for an initial position. Um, and I know that takes a while, and I know when people are starting out, they don't know what to look for. And if that's the case, then I recommend trading alongside whatever person you like to follow, and start to kind of form your own hypothesis based on what they're teaching. There's some good guys out there. Steve at HFT Alert. I learned a ton about like consistency and process from him. It was very boring trading with him. He takes the same trade over and over and over, but over the course of the year, he has some fairly decent profits. I think he has like 4 different setups you look for, and based on your risk tolerance, you go for that. Yeah, I tend to stay away from the guys who are super vocal and super loud about all of their wins. They end up being complete scams. I actually ended up turning off all my Twitter notifications for some of those guys because I noticed that they would barf out some trade like, oh, Nvidia's going to the moon. And then I would go and let that sink into my head, and I'd go put in a trade, and it would be completely worthless. So I think I do like trading in a bubble, and I just try to form my own hypothesis for trades or own theories. Today there was a gentleman who was following a guy who was writing puts on open on some of the FANG stuff, and he mentioned that he didn't have a loss for the month. And nobody's had a loss for the month because the market's just gone straight up. But I do have Facebook up here right now, and if you would have applied that strategy to Facebook last week, you would have gotten destroyed. It was hovering around 188 over here. If you would have sold a naked put, that's just total downside exposure. And if you're not, if you don't know that it's going to go back to a high volume node, you're not, you're going to freak out and you're going to ditch out over here before the trade burns you too bad. And so I think trading with options or trading with, naked options, you should definitely have a larger account size so you can take the heat on a bad trade, and B, if you're new, don't trade naked options, to be honest. You can still get the same effect through writing put credit spreads or something like that. I don't even know how the guy's writing puts. There's no volatility, so I'm not a big like put writer unless we're in a different type of market. Yeah, so with that being said, but we can trade. It goes back to trading reactionary then versus like trying to get ahead of a move. That never seems to work. So yeah, anyway, that's basically what I was getting at as far as like if you're looking for some sort of service or trading master, I would probably spend that money focusing on getting really good at very simple trades and get very consistent with that, and find position or tickers or symbols that you like to trade and get familiar with those, and really get your trading consistency and habits, form good habits, versus getting distracted with trading gods. There's some good guys out there. I learned a ton from some people, but it also cost me a ton of money. So maybe track their trades for a couple months before you deploy capital with their strategies. And yeah, well, right around here or here was a great trade. And yeah, I'm not going to do a market recap today, but everything is just kind of rallying. There's nothing really to lean against. Anyway, guys, have a great night. And yeah, if you have any questions about, people that you're looking into, feel free to DM me at YachtMoney on Twitter, or hit me up on Facebook. And I've dealt with a few of the services, but more than happy to give my feedback. Okay, have a good night, guys. Bye.